you. I come before you this morning humble, oh God. Knowing that you are a loving God and a forgiving God. And thank you, Father God, that I would decrease and you would increase. Bring forth this message that each one would receive what it is you have for them. Thank you for each and every one here. Oh God, thank you for the worship community, worship team. Father God, Brother Brian and Brother Josh. Can't say his name right now, Father God, but I thank you for blessing me and them blessing us, Father God. Thank you. Give you all the honor, praise, and glory in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Presence of the Lord is in this place. I want to read in your hearing. We've read verses, 1 Samuel. And I want to go with 1 Samuel 1 through 8. Now there was a certain man in Ramathaim, Zophim, of the mountains of Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah, the son of Jerob, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zuph, an Ephraimite. And he had 2 wives. The name of one was Hannah, and the name of the other Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah had no children. This man went up from the city yearly to worship and sacrifice to the Lord of hosts in Shiloh. Also the 2 sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, the priests of the Lord, were there. And whenever the time came for Elkanah to make an offering, he would give portions to Peninnah his wife, and to all her sons and daughters. But to Hannah he would give a double portion, for he loved Hannah, although the Lord had closed her womb. And her rival also provoked her severely to make her miserable, because the Lord had closed her womb. So it was, year by year, when she went up to the house of the Lord, that she provoked her. Therefore she wept and did not eat. Then Elkanah, her husband, said to her, Hannah, why do you weep? Why do you not eat? And why is your heart grieved? Am I not better to you than 10 sons? And when I look at this scripture here, there's several things going on. First of all, Elkanah, the man of God, he had 2 wives. First wife was Hannah, second wife was Peninnah. In that day, in order to carry along the lineage and the heritage and a man wanted children to carry on his name. He needed children. And a woman that couldn't bear children at that time, she was looked down upon because she couldn't bring a child into her destiny. So, number one, he brought in Peninnah. Now, this is a little bit different from Sarah and Rachel, because in their instance, they decided to go ahead of God. There's a difference here. They went ahead of God and they gave their maidservants to have children because they couldn't have children. But Hannah didn't do this. Hannah kept quiet. She was silent. And Elkanah chose to bring in another wife. Well, this is going to cause some confusion right here. Because Penina, she had children for Elkanah. She had children. She bore children for him. So she thought she was Queen Bee. She thought she was going to run the beehive. She had children, and she had several of them. And she knew that another thing that was going on, Elkanah loved Hannah more. Now that's a problem there. So you want to be Queen Bee, but you're looking at over here, and you've got these children, you walk around with your children, your community is giving you accolades because you've got children, and there's Hannah here, and she's getting this favor. And by the way, Hannah means graciousness, it means grace, and it means favor. So she's getting favor, and Elkanah is showing this favor towards her in front of Penina. Penina's already at her. She's already not happy with this situation. So, when they go up to give the offering, Elkanah gives Penina portions. He portions out for her and her children. But he gives Hannah a double portion. Now she's sitting there looking at this here. Now, I got all these children I didn't have for you. And you're going to portion us out and give her double. Okay? So that didn't help any either. Elkanah didn't help this situation none. So, year by year, they went up to the house, and she was provoked. Penina provoked Hannah. She rubbed it in. She turned the screws in on her. And knowing that she couldn't have children, that was one of the things that really was very hard, bore down on her, because she couldn't have the children. She knew the Lord wanted to move her into her destiny. And she felt really low because she could not have children. So another thing, Elkanah, her husband, said to her, Hannah, why do you weep? Why do you not eat? Am I not better to you than 10 sons? Now, he didn't need to ask that. He didn't help that at all. So, at this point, she was so low and so distraught that she was silent. Okay, and I'm going to back up a little bit. She was silent. She didn't kick up no dust. Anybody else would have said, Penina, step over here for a minute. I got something to say to you. And they would have said some things that she wouldn't want anybody else to hear. Or, come on, step around this corner. I got something I want to show you. She didn't take that route. And there's a lot of us, we will take that route. You get somebody just pushing in on us, pressing in on us. A lot of times we're not silent. We want to settle this thing right now. But Hannah, she kept silent. So, and she didn't complain. But when Elkanah asked her these questions, she arose after they finished eating and drinking in Shiloh. And when I look at this here, it's like, it let me know she had had enough. She made a decision. Not only did she raise up physically, she rose up in her spirit.
Right, right.
All right.
She knew it was time for some things to happen. Now Eli the priest was sitting in the seat by the doorpost of the tabernacle of the Lord, and she was in bitterness of soul, and prayed to the Lord and wept in anguish. Then she made a vow, O Lord of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your maidservant and remember me, and not forget your maidservant, but will give your maidservant a male child, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life, and no razor shall come upon his head. And it happened, as she continued praying before the Lord, that Eli washed her mouth. Now Hannah spoke in her heart, only her lips moved, but her voice was not yet heard. Therefore Eli thought she was drunk. So Eli said to her, now how long will you be drunk? Put your wine away from you. But Hannah answered and said, no, my Lord, I am a woman of sorrowful spirit. I have drunk nothing, wine nor intoxicating drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. Do not consider your maidservant a wicked woman. For out of the abundance of my complaint and grief, I have spoken until now. Then Eli answered and said, go in peace, and the God of heaven will grant your petition, which you have answered of him. And she said, let your servant find favor in your sight. So the woman went her way and ate, and her face was no longer sad. One of the things that some of us go through, we can get in a place that we are so grieved that we can't say words.
Mm-hmm.
It's all bottled up inside. We mutter, utterances come out. And when Eli saw this, he thought that she was drunk. We could see some things that are not what they are.
Right.
We can assume this is what's going on. Assume that's what's going on. And we shouldn't be doing it.
You better say it.
So when he went to talk with her, he said what he had to say. It wasn't what he thought it was. She didn't get angry with it. She said in a kind voice, no, my Lord, I am a woman of sorrowful spirit. And she let him know she hadn't drank a thing. He had to adjust his spectacle a little bit there. And then he realized he wasn't seeing what he thought he saw. So when she went before the Lord, God was doing something with Hannah that she didn't realize. He was working with her heart in the silence.
Come on now.
We might not always hear, well, I didn't hear anything from the Lord. Lord didn't say anything. I've been going through this. I've been hurting, I've been aching, I've been weeping, I've been crying. And Lord just don't hear me. He hears our cries.
Yes.
He knows what we're going through.
Yes.
He works on our behalf in silence.
Amen.
Don't ever think he don't know what's going on, because he does.
Preach it. Preach it.
So when he began to work with her heart. And she knew through all the anguish, the ridicule, the hurt, time after time, she knew that God hadn't abandoned her. She knew enough to know that she wasn't going to abandon God.
All right.
Amen.
All right.
God's word said he never leave us nor forsake us.
Right.
No matter where you're at in your situation, always know, he said he'd never leave us nor forsake us. So if it's a quiet time, be still and know that I am God.
Yes.
He is working on your behalf.
Yes.
Sometimes we want to get ahead of him.
Preach
We
it.
go out and do the wrong thing.
Right.
Be still
Right.
Yes.
and know that I am God. That's what his word says.
Amen.
So Hannah knew she wasn't going to abandon God. She was going to hold on.
Amen. Amen.
She didn't fuss. She didn't talk. She didn't go say the wrong things. She just held on to God.
That's right. That's right.
Even though she might have felt he had abandoned her. She made up in her mind, I'm not going to abandon you, God. I'm going to stay right here.
Amen.
I'm going to stay right here in this place where I know I'm supposed to be.
Amen.
Preach it.
And her response was not, I'm leaving God. We get mad. We throw up our hands. We want to take off and go do something else. Oh, God's not paying attention to me, so I'm going to go over here and do this here. You messing up there.
Right.
Remain in God's hand and keep doing. Another thing, keep doing, even though you can't feel what's going on, you can't see what's going on. He is working in your behalf.
Amen.
Yes. Yes.
And just know that you're going to come out on the other side of this thing.
Yes.
We don't always know when. We may want it sooner because things hurt, and we don't like to hurt. But while you're in that hurt, you can learn some things.
Yes.
There's some things you need to get while you're there.
Yes.
There's some things that can strengthen you while you're there.
Come on
Amen.
now.
And you need to get it while you're going through it. It'll make you strong.
Yes.
It'll make you strong in the Lord. So as Hannah went through this process, one of the things that she knew, she said, she was sorrowful, her sorrowful spirit. She drank nothing, but poured out her soul before the Lord. And if you never poured out your soul before the Lord, you need to do it. I had a time I went through just not long ago. And through some of the sickness and the illness just here lately, it was like I was just I was low. I was at a point where I was like, Lord, I don't know if I can press on.
Well,
And I went. The house was empty. Nobody was there. And I had to go pour out.
yes, yes,
I had to go pour out before the Lord.
yes.
And then I began to get my strength as I poured out to him.
Yes.
And I talked to the Lord.
Yes.
And it ain't pretty.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Don't worry about what it looks like or it sounds like.
Come on now.
You just do it.
Yes.
And lay before the Lord. Lay out before the Lord and just cry out to him.
Yes. Yes.
I can't do this, Father. And I know that you're here with me.
Right.
I need you to strengthen me, oh God.
Yes. Yes.
I need you to surround me, Father.
Yes.
I needed to pour out, and I poured out. And sometimes I feel like I may be getting rid of some things, but there's nothing like pouring out. You pour out and get it all out.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And just lay before the Lord and know that you're in a safe place. That was the thing that got Hannah where she needed to be. When she stood up in the spirit and realized and went to Shiloh and fell on her knees and poured out to God. She gave it all to Him.
Yeah.
She poured it out. And it wasn't about, at this time, her having Samuel. It was about her heart.
Right, right.
Yes. Preach it.
The Lord was doing a work in Hannah's heart in the silence. And Hannah, as she went her way, Eli blessed her. She went her way. She was fine. She claimed what the Lord had for her
Yeah.
before He even did it.
Yeah.
Lay claim to what the promises of God.
Yes.
Lay claim to those promises ahead of time.
Amen.
In 1 Samuel 2, Hannah had a prayer. She was fine at this point. She went on her way. She did carry Samuel, and she had other children. And when she had Samuel, she left him because she said she would leave him with the Lord.
Yes. Yes.
She would leave him with God.
Yes.
So she made him a commitment. She fulfilled that commitment. And even though she had this child, she trusted him with God
Yeah.
and in the house of God.
Yes.
We have to trust. We have to believe. We have to know that God has it and it's okay.
Amen.
It's okay to leave it.
Amen.
And in her prayer, she went on to rejoice. And she said, "My heart rejoices in the Lord. My horn is exalted in the Lord. I smile at my enemies because I rejoice in your salvation."
Yes.
Smile at your enemies and rejoice.
Amen.
He has prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies.
You better say it. Preach it.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
She said, no one is holy like the Lord.
Yes.
For there is none besides you, nor there is any rock like my God, like our God. Talk no more so very proudly. Let no arrogance come from your mouth, for the Lord is the God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men are broken, and those who stumble are girded with strength.
Yeah.
We may trip, we may do a little stumbling, we may do this and that. Hold on to the Lord. He'll gird us with strength. Those who are full have hired themselves out for bread, and the hungry have ceased hunger. Even the barren have borne 7, and she who has many children has become feeble. The Lord kills and makes alive. He brings down to the grave and brings up. The Lord makes poor and makes rich. He brings low and lifts up. He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the beggar from the ash heap, to set them among princes and make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. He will guard the feet of his saints. He will guard the feet of his saints. But the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength no man shall prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken in pieces. From heaven he will thunder against them. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth. He will give strength to his king and exalt the horn of his anointing.
Amen.
She sang that praise unto her God. She knew that he had her in the palm of his hand, and nothing could snatch her out of it. Nothing can snatch you out of God's hand.
Amen.
So I just want to say this morning, there's some people here that need to pour out. They need to pour out. And I want to ask the managers to come forward. And this is the time. This is the anointed time. There's something weighing heavy on your heart. Don't worry about your neighbor. Don't worry about. This is a God thing. This is all about God. This is not about us. And when we pour out to him, he gets all. Give him the glory. He has our best interests at hand. And some may just want to kneel at the altar. Some may want to talk. Whatever you want to do. Don't carry that thing back out the door with you. Just come forth. I'm not ashamed to run to the altar. I'm not ashamed to lift up the name of the Lord. Jesus even felt that he had been forsaken. But he knew God had him. He knew his Father had him. And he came. Jesus came because he loves us so. He came for each and every one of us. He bore our sins on his back, although he knew no sin. are transferred